right. Where were we up to? We were up to 3.
So we were able 56, but I mostly take my views on interactive.
All right, so we're gonna comment more on this video that someone took the time to edit. I don't edit my videos. I have this screen recorder thing. So I have a few minutes till I get to work, and so let's get moving there. Although I think I'm going to be traveling quite a bit today, so maybe we can make some more videos today. All right, let's get moving.
I work as a rabbi. That's what I do professionally.
All right, again, what I was saying before was that the smicha that we have today is not the original smicha. We should call anybody a smicha rabbi, but smicha doesn't mean that much. You had big gedolim didn't have smicha, and you had comedians who did from gedolim. So, and again, not to insult the comedians, but this is what we're talking about here. So
you're not going to be able to join the RCA.
Yeah, and that was part of what he said.
You're probably not going to get a patur from the.
What is the
and I was the same way.
material aspects of this? Oh, so this is where we're going to talk about the anti-missionary movement.
How empty a lot of this anti-missionary work is in the Jewish world.
So I think the main emptiness of the anti-missionary movement is that it has two issues, and I was a big fan of Tuvia Singer long before most of you big fans of his were born. I remember when I was a kid, we had Tuvia Singer came to speak at our yeshiva. I had not only talk about Tuvia Singer, but I had a teacher of mine, Gerald Siegel, who's probably the greatest scholar among the anti-missionary movement. And the issue that I have, he was our history teacher, our social studies teacher in high school, from Yid, and Yer Shemayim, and his approach being more scholarly as opposed to being popular, certainly more serious and more and not as empty. I'm not saying that it's not worthwhile to fight against the false claims of Christianity. It certainly is. But the fact of the matter is that, like my friend Rabbi Meza often says, you'll have people that, they'll listen to Tuvia Singer. And I'm not going to talk about any issues with his personal life and things like that. He's a very talented, entertaining individual. And he knows a lot. But Reb Tuvia, so soll gesund sein. He should be well. I wish him well. And again, I've known him for a long, long time. So Reb Tuvia, he'll present these ideas, and his purpose, which is very good, is to teach Jews who were misled by these missionary groups that the missionaries are wrong. But then what happens next is that, and for a long time he was trying to work together with Christians in a positive way, and it really didn't work out in the end. And that's and I know, I've been following along with his work and others through the years. But the thing is that you have someone like him who's entertaining and talented and so forth, and he gets a lot of people to listen to him, to talk about what he's talking about. And so you have people who were Christians and who were devout, pious Christians, and then they realize the emptiness of their faith. And his apologetic teachings are quite convincing. So then what? So then he says, so then you become a Ben Noach. So there was really never a Ben Noach movement the way we have until the Lubavitcher Rebbe, around when I was born, actually, is when the Lubavitcher Rebbe started this Ben Noach movement. And the truth is, a lot of the Gedolim fought against it. Certainly, that was one of the main issues that Rav Shach Chussi Galeno had against Lubavitcher Rebbe, Zichron Levrocha, about this issue of this Noahide movement. And this is kind of what we're talking about here, is that you'll have this and I think this is kind of what I'm talking about here, is that if you, what my Rosh Yeshiva said, my Yeshiva was he spanned both the modern Orthodox world and the Yeshivish world, because he learned in YU, but he was the president of the shul as a balabas by Rabbi Victor Miller, Chussi Galeno, and so he had both of those influences there. Although Rabbi Victor Miller also learned in YU, a lot of people don't know, before he went to Slobodka. But anyway, the point that I'm saying is, so what Meir Shiva said is that if someone believes in the Torah, they should convert. It's very b'diavad to quote unquote remain a ben Noach. And so if that's the situation, why even, once you've accomplished this, what are you doing? So to me, what I would say is that, if you're not gonna, this is the problem here, is that we start this like us versus them. There's one kid here who made some videos, and he commented on this video. I forgot his name, James something or other, and he's like a tough guy, and he's like, you're all apikarsim, and you're gonna burn in hell, and this and that, and it's just stoking this hatred, and instead of recognizing that we are in Gullus, and that's really, an original point, that we're guests. If we're guests here in America, this and that, instead of saying, oh, Israel's our home and this and that, we're guests in America, we should do like our prophets did and live in peace and harmony with our hosts and not antagonize them the way that this anti-missionary movement tends to do, usually unintentionally, but the outcome is often problematic. And so my approach is that I live in peace and harmony with regular Christians, and that's what, one of the comments that people are upset about, that I said about Michael Brown, is that his major problem is that he is, his ideology is clearly Christian, but he waves around this Jewish identity. If he's not going to actually repent and become a good Orthodox Jew and abandon Christianity, he should just call himself a Christian and stop calling himself Jewish. That's the problem with the missionary movements that both Jews and Christians can agree with. They're often called the Judaizers in the old days, that, it's neither Jewish nor Christian. And again, there's freedom of religion, that's what you want to do. It's a different story, but what I often talk about is the conflation of Judaism and Christianity. It's a problem. I don't have much time to talk now. I'm here at work. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. How do we turn this thing off? Where's the thing? What is the...